Today we're making Vietnamese udon with pork hocks, also known as Bánh Canh. Super underrated and one of the most heartwarming dishes from Vietnam. Alright y'all, I love touching my food, so make sure you wash your hands. Then we're gonna parboil our pork hocks and pork butt to remove the porky funk and gunk, and this will make sure that our broth stays nice and clean. And we only need to parboil our pork for about 10 minutes. When the pork is done parboiling, make sure you rinse and scrub it under cold water before adding it back to a clean pot of water. Then for our aromatics, we'll peel a whole yellow onion, peel and cut up some daikon, and while raw daikon has a pretty strong flavor, cooking this in our broth will actually add a subtle sweetness and some depth to the broth. We'll drop that into the pot, bring it up to a rolling boil, we'll skim off any impurities, and then we're gonna lower the heat and let that simmer for about an hour and a half. While our broth is cooking, we'll prep all of our toppings and garnishes. We'll thinly slice a white onion and submerge that in some cold water to get rid of the raw onion flavor and subdue some of its bite. We'll chop up some cilantro, thinly slice some green onions, and then we'll cut up our Shallot or Vietnamese ham. This is just pork paste that's been wrapped in banana leaves and boiled, and you can typically find it at your Vietnamese grocery store, but if you can't, I'll have a full recipe video on how to make it from scratch. Then we're gonna season our broth with rock sugar, fish sauce, and MSG. I have full measurements on my blog at feedthepudge.com, but taste is so subjective, so make sure that you season it just to your palate. Then we're gonna pull our pork butt and let that chill out in the fridge to make it a little bit easier to slice. Once our pork is cooled, go ahead and thinly slice that. Then I'm gonna add some of our broth to a separate pot, and I like cooking the Bánh Canh noodles directly in the broth because it helps give the soup some body. But if you prefer a light and clean broth instead, you can cook the noodles in water separately. The Vietnamese udon noodles only need a minute or so to cook, and I like mine still a little bit chewy, so I'm gonna pull these out, and I'm also gonna cook some shrimps directly in the broth too. And then it's time to assemble our bowl. To the bowl of noodles, we'll add some of our pork hocks, some of the shrimps that we just cooked, our thinly sliced pork butt, and some of our Shallot. And then we'll garnish that with some white onions, green onions, some cilantro. We'll ladle in our broth. And do me a favor, if you like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and learn how to make all your favorite Vietnamese dishes. We're gonna finish this bowl with some fried shallots and fresh ground black pepper. And that's our Bánh Canh. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoy.